Hi all, welcome back to the final whistle for the Championship predictions, week 31, plus we're going to have a look at week 32, part 1. So we're going to do the 4 games of midweek. Obviously, it's due to the destruction of the bloody FA Cup. There will be games, obviously, that we will discuss further on in the week about the games of the weekend, but we're actually going to put the midweek games into tonight's show. So good evening, everyone. Sorry we are late. As Leicester fans, we've had to run around today due to the bloody points deduction and that. So it might please some. Not quite Leicester. Right. Good evening, Colin. Hope you're good. Good podcast this. David, how are we? Ian, how are we, mate? Hope you're well. Be on soon. Yes, we will. We weren't sure if Steve were joining us tonight, was we, Rich? So we had a late call to send him a link. So there we go. They started watching the party already, but well, yeah, it could be a lot worse for Leicester. Tammy, how are we? Guys, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you do. If you haven't subscribed already, we'll set the like target at 100 likes. How many did we get last time?
Was it 102, something like that?
No, I think we're about 113, weren't we, Jack, in the end?
Bloody hell.
We set it at 120.
120.
No. Oh, you going? Go on then.
We'll go on. We'll shit, 120. That's
We got 167 last time. Oh no, wait, that's transfer window roundup. Ignore that. That's not my face. 110. There you go.
110. Decent.
110. I'll tell you what then. We'll go for 111. Make it fair. Right, boys. How are we? Steve.
There you go. That's it. Fucking hell. I have had the maddest hour since certain news came out, that's for sure. You'll see me on ITV Central at 6 o'clock. Well, 6 o'clock now, so anytime now, actually. Yeah, it's not been ideal. It's not been ideal.
It can't go on like this, can it?
Shut up, Jack. No, fuck off. No, fuck. Stop it.
Always got his can of Monster.
There we go.
Oh yeah, he's ramped up, ready to go.
I think I needed it after that news. To be fair, I needed to calm down a bit, and that gives you a bit more of a boost. So, Rich, how are we, mate?
Do you know what my highlight of today was? It was the voice note from Steve in the chat and then some twat walks out in front of him. Some woman walks out in front of you.
Oh, she was running right, and I could see her. And so at the traffic lights, there's the right lane for you to turn right, and the left lane to go left, right? And I overtook a taxi that was sort of sticking out just to get into the right lane. And as I did that, she just came running across the fucking the line, and I was like, "There's not even a green man. It was red. You stupid bitch." Sorry, stupid lady. I said lady.
Sorry if it offends any of the women in here, Steve. But there we go. Right.
I'm not calling them bitches, Jack. They're all lovely. All the women in here are lovely.
Let's get the old points total sorted. Come on, who's done better and who's done worse this week?
So, Jack, we're giving you a -6 point deduction. We got the results of the drugs test. You clearly failed. So they said it was like bright yellow. I don't know what you've been drinking, mate, but it's not good. But overall, not a great week for you two, that's for sure. I got 3 this week, which was incredible, and you guys got 0. Well, you get 1, but do we accept manager being sacked as an extra point? Because usually we said it as like a random thing that was incredibly,
I'm quite happy not to take a point, but I did think we were playing that game, but I'm happy.
Well, I think what we agreed is that if we came out with like something really out there,
it wasn't
right.
It wasn't much of a shock, was it?
No.
Got the sack, really.
So as the points go, Jack, you're on 34. You're now bottom again. I'm on 36, and Rich, you're on 37. So it's getting close.
Up my game.
It's getting tight, mate. Squeaky bum time, Rich.
Jeez. Been leading all the way, and it's just going to fall away at the end, and I'm going to finish bottom, I can tell.
Could be like Coventry. Could very much be like Coventry.
Oh, yeah. Wheels are off, aren't they?
Two managers gone then. Ishmael at Blackburn, Javier Gracia at Watford. Talk to me about them two managers, Rich. Obviously, one got sacked, one decided to leave the club in the end after a meeting with the board and that. Talk to me firstly about Ishmael. Obviously, it's been a long time coming. Blackburn, they're in an horrendous state as a football club, aren't they? So,
I mean, I see a picture of it. I think it was just before kickoff, Jack, against Sheffield Wednesday in the week, and I mean, it's just really sad when you see the ground literally half empty. They got a win, which I think they probably had to win that game, but it's been on the cards for a long while. And then you go to Watford, and I mean, we've joked on it before, haven't we, about what goes on there. And Sunday morning, just having a quiet morning, and it just pops up, and I'm thinking, what the hell's going on there? And it's a weird one, that, Steve, because he's obviously worked at the football club before, and he knows what it's all about. So for him to sort of 4 months in, then sort of jack it in, it just shambles. Absolute shambles.
But we'll see him again next year. He'll be back.
He knows that code.
Yeah, exactly. He's on a spice rack where it spins, and he's just waiting for it to come back round again.
So that leaving present, Jack, that he had to return last time, you now get it.
Give him it again.
There you go.
It's crazy.
But they'll surely pick a manager they've had before. They've had 16 managers in 10 years. I think they've had.
I think they've had 22 coaches, haven't they, since the owners took over at Watford.
But you think they've got a decent. I know the last 2 or 3 games they've had some not good results, but they're still in the hunt there for the playoffs. So I don't know what's going on.
Well, there's a lot to answer for at bloody Watford, to be fair, because every manager seems to be coming and going. It's like the revolving door at Watford. Another one opens, another one closes, and then they're obviously being linked with Martin Cifuentes. Steve, Watford, he is the bookie's favourite to take the job. And what do you reckon? Do you reckon they will go for the Spaniard, or do you reckon it'd be more going for a different sort of manager from a different league again?
Oh, I don't know. In all honesty, I've made a prediction that Martin Cifuentes will be taken over at Blackburn and he'll relegate us on the last game of the season. That's what my prediction is. So if I get that right, do I get 10 points as an extra? Is that all right? Can I claim that now? Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, look, they made a change, and if they bring in Marty, then look, I think he wasn't given the right tools at Leicester to do the job that he wanted to do. So good luck to him.
Watford going down if Marty gets the job. Watford FC a shit show. Well, like other clubs. Should we have got Danny Rowe, even if it meant further financial restrictions? Steve, what's your thoughts? Obviously, Leicester still managerless for now. We don't look like we're going to be getting anyone anytime soon, with obviously the points deduction scenario dropped. Russell Martin's now back up with the bookies again. The job won't be given to Andy King. But what do you reckon, Steve? Do you reckon it's a whole point now where it'll put people off now with Leicester's situation, with managers who potentially could have come in and then they'll take a second thought and think, no, that ain't for me?
Yeah. I mean, look, with the points deduction itself, like the club will try and push that it was a punishment for ambition. But actually, it was a punishment for mismanagement. That's for sure, 100%. The fact that we budgeted so high for a club that had no safety net and it all went wrong just shows how the mismanagement of this football club is to blame, for sure. That the people that were responsible for this situation are still in charge at the football club. That isn't ideal, and that won't change for a long time. I do think it puts off certain people. Why would you want to come and manage Leicester City with this stuff going on behind you? The only thing I would say is that if we get relegated to League One, and this is the only positive out of all of it, is the fact that it would then be a complete refresh. I think that the most of the players will leave anyway. We might see some of the young lads leave, and we could spend some money. But genuinely, it's just a poor indictment. And I said it on a previous show. Leicester City fans, right? We get called entitled quite a lot. We do. League. We expect this, we expect that. No, we don't. I just want a football club that I'm proud of. And right now, 5 years after winning the FA Cup, I am more ashamed of this football club than I've been for a very long time. We are the people that are going to be picking up the pieces at the end of the season, at the end of next season, 10 years' time, 15 years' time. The people that own the football club, whilst they might care, at the end of the day, they go home, they go to a different, company that they own or whatever, and Leicester just gets put in the background. We suffer, we do. And I feel sorry for Leicester City fans at the moment, myself included, because we don't deserve the point selection. We're going to get so much people ripping into us for it, and we deserve it, fine. But this is because of the people that own the football club. The mismanagement of this football club is because of them. It's not because of the Leicester fans. And I follow this club home and away. I love it. It goes wife, cats and rabbits, Leicester City in my life, right? Sorry for the rest of my family, but that's how it goes, right? I would choose going to watch Leicester over pretty much spending time with anybody else in my life. That's how depressing it is, right? And yet, I've turned up this season, week in, week out, and I've seen players not give a shit. We can't be accused of not being there and not caring because we are still there. I'm going to Birmingham Saturday. I'm going to Stoke in a couple of weeks. I'm going to Middlesbrough on a Tuesday night, right? I will put the effort in. All I want is for them to put the effort in themselves, accept that they've made mistakes, accept that, okay, we're really sorry, we won't appeal it, we'll accept it, we'll move on from it, and we'll put things in place that will fix it. But it won't happen. And it's a damning indictment of this football club, the fact that we've been given a points deduction because they think we were being punished for ambition. No, we were being punished for fucking management. It's disgraceful, genuinely disgraceful.
That's the thing. They're not willing to take accountability. Then that's what I said on my stream. It's about accountability. And then someone said, yeah, Jack, you've got to be more positive now going forward and actually back the team. I said, I back the team home and away every fucking week. I said, what more do you want from me? I said, I'm a constructive criticiser. I say it as I see it, and the club's a mess. I said, it's a simple fact as that. We're not entitled. We just want the best for our football club. And, obviously the club's in a bloody downfall. It's in free fall, should we call it, with all these poor mismanagement and incompetence and that. But
I'm just going to send you something. I'm going to send you something that I think might blow your mind.
What's that?
It is a tweet from somebody. I'm sure that they might be. Are they the managing director at the moment? The sitting CEO?
Oh my fucking God! Leicester City have always tried to respond with what is positive about football. Of last decade, this club has shown that the game is not always about the scale or financial power, but about belief, unity, and hard work. What Leicester achieved on the pitch, created moments, inspired supporters for beyond our own city, and I believe enriched football league as a whole. We fully respect the rules and regulations of the game, and we continue to work hard to comply in them. At this same time, we hope any judgment recognises the full context in which the club operates. The club has been contributed some of the most remarkable and uplifting stories in modern football. We are not asking for special treatment. We simply hope for a fair and balanced judgment. Taken with understanding of both the numbers and the wider contribution Leicester City has made to the game. Always to your side with all my love and support. Top. That's mind-blowing, to be honest. So you want sympathy, basically, for all the shit you've fucking caused and all the mismanagement you've produced, and this is the reason we are in, because of the people that's made this problem and not been held accountable for it. That don't wash with me, I'm sorry. I realise
that we've turned the prediction show into moaning about Leicester, but maybe we should
We are going to get on with it. Right. Derby won 5-0 at Bristol City last Friday. Derby County a little push for the playoffs. Rich, what's your thoughts on Derby? They seem to be very good away. Home form doesn't quite match with how good they are away from home. What's your thoughts? Because Bristol City seems to be bloody falling off a bloody cliff at this point.
Yeah, just going back to what Steve said there, and look, that's a passionate football fan there. And we've spoke on here about Sheffield Wednesday. We speak on here about Blackburn. To a little bit of a lesser extent, we speak about Watford, and now it's Leicester. It all comes down to mismanagement of football clubs. That's what happens when you get bad owners. Look at Sheffield Wednesday. They've got minus points. You're now fighting for your lives, and you could get another sting coming. Blackburn, that's going to go one way. Like I said, I think last week or the week before, Jack, in the end, they will go down. And it's just, unless you get the right people at the top of your football club. Look, that fans are always going to be there. We are always going to be there. We are the. What else do you do? You cannot change your football club. That's who you support. It's been passed down through generations for people like you. Your dad's gone, his dad, and it just goes like down the line. And you're never going to support another football club. I just think it's really, really sad. And I've got no affiliation with Leicester City, but you think it wasn't that long ago you won the Premier League. It was the greatest story, 5,000 to 1. Then you won the FA Cup. You've been in the Champions League. I mean, it doesn't take long just for mismanagement, and then your club just tumbles. Basically. It does. It plummets down, and like you say, Steve, it's like all you want when you go to football, and it's everyone's release at the end of the week, is them players on the pitch just to put a little bit of effort in. They're getting paid a lot of money, more than we'll ever see in our lifetimes. And for them, just to turn up and go through the motions, I think that's an absolute fucking disgrace. It is.
They just need to take accountability and say, you know what, we're sorry this has happened. We're sorry that we've made all the bad decisions and that, and just own your shit. Stop fighting something you've done, and stop blaming others. Blame yourselves for why you're in this mess, and stop looking and pointing fingers and saying, yeah, you look at Man City. Look at us, we're being ambitious. Yes, you might have been being ambitious, but you've overstepped the mark with how things have actually gone in the last 5 years. So I don't know. It's a lot to get your bloody head around with bloody Leicester City on and off the field. So
as for Derby, we'll get on to what went on. Look, great result, Jack. I think if you win 5-0 away from home against anybody, Bristol City are in a little bit of a flux at the minute. I think they're another team who they've obviously sold their best player, like Mehmeti, come to us. But Derby, I think John Eustace, we see what he could do, Jack, when he was at Birmingham. Then he went to Blackburn. Then he obviously left, and he's got that affiliation with Derby County. But he's doing a great job there. He's obviously signed a few of his ex-players. He's got Sammy Smodics coming from us. That's another. So I think he's a good signing for them if he can get back to his sort of anywhere near the level he was like at Blackburn, because we didn't know how to use him. He didn't really fit into our system, and John Eustace knows all about Sammy Smodics. Good job he can't play Saturday, because he probably would have scored. But yeah, look, Derby, they're doing well, Jack. If they sort out their home form, they've got a decent shot to get in the top 6, because they're better away from home than they are at home, aren't they?
They're looking good. Leicester 0, Charlton 2. Well, it was an embarrassment again by Leicester.
Oh my God! We just skipped over Leicester. Now we're talking about again.
Jordan Ayew missed a penalty. Leicester fell apart. 10 men, and
I mean the goal that was disallowed from the header from Harry Clark.
It's not a foul.
It's not a foul at all.
It's not strong enough. The goalkeeper. I keep saying this, but they took advantage of us. A side that last won October the 21st, I think it was, and yours truly down at the bottom side handed them the 3 points that day at Portman Road, Rich. That's the last time they won away from home in the league, Charlton.
So they lost away win when they rolled us over.
They lost away win before Leicester. But now they deserve that. Leicester just didn't turn up again, and there we go. The return of Harry Winks. He got mixed receptions with the boos and the cheers by some fans. And we move on in the defeat to Sheffield Wednesday. Another defeat for them. 1-0 to Wrexham. Then you got Stoke 0, Southampton 2. Stoke are still struggling with a lot of injuries, Rich, but a good away win for Southampton. I'd say a much needed win for Saints, to be fair, to sort of unravel a bit more positivity.
I see Jack Stevens, their captain, saying they can still get in the playoffs, Jack. I'm not quite sure. If you put a run together, you can, but I don't think Southampton really, they've showed any sort of form. They did when Eckhard was obviously temporary manager, but since he's got the job full-time, they ain't showed enough for me. But look, it's a good win. Stoke are struggling. Look, got some injuries, Jack. They're probably falling off to where they probably should be. They were probably overachieving a little bit to start with, but they're like any team. If you're still in the mix now, win 2 or 3 games, you can put yourself in that shake-up for 6th spot.
Steve, Hull City, they beat Blackburn 1-0. A good win for Hull. Puts them in that playoffs. But obviously, they did play again on Tuesday, didn't they, where they played Watford and drew 0-0. A good 4 points for Hull over the last 2 fixtures that they've played.
Yeah, I mean, I've always said Hull is a lovely place to go. You should definitely take some holidays in Hull. It's a lovely place to go. 4 points is a decent return, and it pushes them back into that sort of playoff fight, doesn't it? You know, they're well ahead now of Derby. You know, 9 points ahead. That's quite a long way. So I imagine, and we said this just after Christmas, January is where you'll see some teams pulling away, and like, you know, Hull, Middlesbrough, Coventry, Ipswich. But even Millwall as well, you know, they're 5 points clear. I think that this is it. This is the moment. We're seeing the divide. So, yeah, lovely place to go, Hull. I've always liked it. Same with Stoke, actually. Lovely place to go.
Fair enough. Rich, I'm going to talk about one game with you, actually. I'm not going to talk about two because one got absolutely flooded again. Fratton Park got called off, but then you drew 1-1 with Preston.
Hey, let's not talk about... let's talk about a little bit. Who's getting the trophy for the worst pitch, Jack, this season? Is it going to be Blackburn?
Oh, Portsmouth,
or is
surely.
it going to be Portsmouth? Look,
to have 2 games cancelled with the same team, that's poor.
I think that's the first time. I think that's first time in Championship history, Steve. I think that's actually happened.
Yeah.
Look, at least they cancelled it early this time. It was 11 o'clock on Tuesday morning. Look, our game. Preston come and done a number on us, Jack. And if I always watch a game, and I'm quite objective, if the opposition are better than us, I'll say. And I think we were pretty fortunate. I don't know if you've seen the 4 penalty shouts that we had towards the end of the game. Mr. Busby, who's the ref, one of the worst officials I've ever seen. He's given us a penalty that wasn't a penalty.
Right.
Jack Clark, he's got tackled. He's not been fouled because he takes 3 steps and then he goes on the ground. So that was given. Scores the penalty. Then Preston are claiming that sometimes when their foot slips and they kick it onto their foot and it's gone in the net. It's one of those ones where I've watched it so many times. I'm still not sure if he does or not. So that went in at 1-1, and then we've had a push on Jack Clark after that, which is a penalty. Then we've had a handball shout. This is all in about 45 seconds, Jack, in one passage of play. Another one's hit guy on the arm, not a penalty. Then Jack Clark has a shot and he moves his arm. So we had a penalty that weren't a penalty. There was another 3 shouts. 2 of them should have been penalties. So it probably evens itself up. But we just didn't play well enough. And I think sometimes you see nowadays the referees get a lot of stick. And sometimes it masks the performance of your team, because we all like to batter the refs if they have a stinker, but sometimes you just got to look at yourself and say that we didn't play well enough, and we didn't. You know, it's 2 points dropped. We're making it hard work for ourselves because we didn't sign a striker in the window, Jack. Mr. Bread and Butter is not exactly firing at the minute. Well, he's playing.
The bread's gone stale then. And
he's having a shocker. That's the worst. That was actually the worst thing that he's actually done this season. Come out with that statement because he's made himself look a bit of a tit.
That bloke on TikTok loves him, doesn't he? I think it's Davo. I think it is.
Oh, yeah.
He loves George Hurst. Any player not putting a shift in should be taken out of the team, pulling out of tackles. Agreed. I agree, Paul, mate. If you're going to go in for a tackle, mate, go full-blooded with it, mate. It don't matter. Just take the man, take the ball. Simple as that. That's the fighting spirit we want to see. We've seen that in the old football game. Now it's all bloody computerised in a load of bollocks, to be fair. Middlesbrough 1, Charlton 0. Norwich 0, sorry. Steve, Middlesbrough, they are now on the same points as Coventry. Coventry have now been caught up, Steve. Do you reckon Bournemouth's got the chance of the title, or how do you think this one goes now, Steve?
I do. Well, first of all, I want to say Middlesbrough, a lovely place to go. Never said a bad word against it. Lovely place to visit. It's almost like the Riviera up there, to be honest. I do.
Wow. Wow, not one up in there, hasn't
I think Coventry are in trouble. I think Borough and Ipswich, and you could say Hull as well, to be fair, but Ipswich and Borough have caught them up. I think you're seeing them panic. They made some decent signings in the January window. You know, they brought in a couple of players, but overall, you know, Onyeka looks like a good buy. A loan, sorry. He looks like a decent midfielder. But I think this is where we see Borough and Ipswich take over. You know when Sheffield United was so far ahead and suddenly they bottled it towards the last few games of the season? This is it.
It bit of reminds me of bloody Sunderland last season. They were top for a fair bit, weren't they, Rich? And then there were so many points ahead. And
well, they look,
not quite like Coventry, but we've seen it happen. Where Leicester were 17 points ahead in the league 2 years ago, and then we ended up getting caught by you in Leeds.
I think it's going to be obviously a fight to the finish. We have got I know Steve says that we're going to be top two. We need to. Colin says we'll kick on, but we need to pull ourselves into gear because you've had two poor performances, the last two against Sheffield United and Preston.
Yeah.
We got that game in hand, but that's not a given now. That's not a given against a Pompey side who are in pretty decent form. So we've just got to keep winning. That's all you can do now is just take care of your own business because there's going to be some strange results between now and the end of the season. This is the Championship, and we speak about it every single week on here, but Coventry, I think they've got a decent fixture this weekend, Jack, if I'm honest, against Oxford, But then the week after, I think they play Borough. So they're playing each other soon. It's going to go right to the wire. But if you're a Coventry fan, you're going to be really, really nervous now because you were like absolutely cruising it. And if the wheels come off and if they fall into the playoffs, they won't do anything in the playoffs because their minds they'll be fried, they'll be frazzled. So if the only way Coventry are going to go up is in the top two, I don't see a Coventry if they do fall in the playoffs, and they can still go up and they can still win the league. But if they did fall into the playoffs, Steve's having a little laugh.
I had that warm fuzzy feeling then, Rich. I'm not going to lie, I've not had it for a while. You brought my joy back.
Right. Millwall 1, Sheffield United 1. Obviously, Sheffield United did play against Oxford and won 3-1 on Tuesday night. So, good 4 points for Blades. Oxford 0, Birmingham 2. Good win for Birmingham on the road. Pompey 3, West Brom 0.
They're in trouble.
The fan base at West Brom, I think it was
it was the young lad.
The lad, was it Isaac Price?
Yeah, Isaac Price was because they were
I think with a fan. And
they were obviously they were obviously giving the players a lot of grief because you just got turned over freedom. They were singing Eric Ramsey, your football is shit. That was what they were singing, wasn't it, Jack? And then he's obviously bitten. And I think the worst thing you can do as a player is when you've had a stinker is go and confront the fans because he's lost his head there and he's doing himself no favours. Give the fans a round of applause, get yourself off the pitch because you ain't winning that battle, not a chance. And they're in trouble. They are in massive trouble. And they might have picked the wrong manager here, Steve. Yeah,
I agree. I mean, we saw it at Celtic, didn't we, when they brought in their manager from the MLS. It's not a fix-all. And I think this is exactly it. I actually think that the relegation places will go between us and West Brom. I really do.
Tell you what, it's not boing baggies at the minute, is it? At West Brom.
Imagine West Brom and Leicester in the Championship next year with Sheffield Wednesday. That's three big teams to go down.
You mean League One?
Yeah.
You just said the Championship.
So imagine if we get relegated from the champ with Sheffield Wednesday.
Everybody else Sheffield Wednesday already down, aren't they?
No, Jack, I know where we're going, mate. We're going downstairs.
QPR 2, Coventry 1. Coventry did lead this game, by the way. Eccles scored, and then they absolutely come back and won 2-1. Richard Kone scored. QPR, much needed win for them. Coventry, though, their away form plummets on, to be fair. They've been so poor away from home as of late, and it looks like the wheels have maybe fell off the bus.
Is that 3 points in 21, Jack, away from home for Cov, I think, isn't it?
Yes. I don't think they've won in the last 8 games now away from home.
Terrible.
Right. Steve, what's your thoughts on Coventry with how things are at the minute, with how they've gone?
Lovely place to go, Coventry, but there you go, Jack. Summed it up for you.
Yeah, they haven't won in 8. They haven't won in 8 away games. So
oh no,
that's not good. Well, I always said they'd fall off, but Well, they kept laughing at me, saying mind the gap and all that. Yes, we might be minding the gap, but yeah, them wheels are falling off. I said it to Lee when I spoke to him after the QPR game, and he admitted, he said, yeah, it's not looking good, Brev. And I said, well, there we go. When you get too overheaded about it, that you thought you'd already won the league in, when was it? Well, what did they go ahead? 12 points for it? Was it 12?
Well, I remember the tweet that they put out off their official site when they scored their 50th goal, Jack, in 18 games.
Yeah.
So
they haven't been banging them in since.
No, their goals have really dried up, haven't they?
It's typical Frank Lampard, isn't it? That's what it is. Looks good 1 minute, like he did at Derby. He done all right at Derby, Lampard, and then he's done had a good stint at Coventry since he's been there. But the fall off, it could be quite something if they make the playoffs and then don't win the playoffs. That'd be quite something. Would that be the biggest fall off in Championship history from I think? If that is a record.
I remember when we played them on that. That was just after Christmas, wasn't it? We played them, we beat them 2-0. I think they could have gone 16 points clear of us that night, Jack.
It's pressure.
Because when you're in November and you're playing well and you're scoring goals, I'm not saying there is pressure on you, but not as much pressure now. And if you're a Cov fan, you're thinking, blimey, that league has been whittled away.
Been turned upside down, hasn't it?
And you're going to be thinking, this could go horribly wrong. And their fans on the socials are going to get absolutely battered.
I can't fucking wait. I have got so many bookmarks, mate. Let me tell you. I can't wait. They bottle the playoffs. The first time was so nice, they had to do it twice, as Chloe Kelly would say.
Sound like Mickey Mouse.
No, that's the only ship at Leicester.
Right. What, Mickey Mouse's clubhouse? Let's see. Where's Donald Duck when you need him, mate, and all them, man? Right. Watford 0, Swansea 2. Good win for Swansea. Not quite Watford, but they did end up getting a point at Hull on Tuesday night. Obviously, Blackburn did go and beat Sheffield Wednesday. Much needed win for Blackburn, but I think everyone's bloody beating Sheffield Wednesday at the minute, aren't they? When was Sheffield Wednesday's last win?
Stop! They're already dead.
Did they?
Oh God! I'm going back, and I'm going. They last won against Portsmouth in September.
Jesus Christ!
So did you see? So if the results go the right way,
yeah,
Sheffield United could relegate them when they play them.
Oh, Jesus! I tell you what, they'll love every minute of that, won't they?
Oh, Chris Wilder will be all over it, won't he? You know what he's like.
Littler did it twice. Did. There we go. Right, let's get on to the predictions. Week 31 of the predictions / week 32 part 1 is what we're going to call it. Everyone hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. We've set the like target, 111 likes. So if we can all hit that like button, then it would be appreciated. Right, where should we start? Charlton taking on Queen's Park Rangers. Friday night football down at the Valley.
I would just want to say, you guys are going to have to send me your predictions after this because I don't have my laptop with me and I don't have access to it. So
I've got them written down. Have you got yours written down in front of you, Steve?
I sent them to you, but yes, I've got them here. Here.
I'll never write anything down. It's all in here. Maybe I should start writing them down because I'm not doing very well the last few years.
Hey, you could always fall off.
Has your brother been doing yours, Jack?
No.
Must be. Clearly must be. Jack took over again last week and got zeros. So.
I'll tell you what, there were one week where I said to him, I said, do you fancy doing this? Because I said, I've been absolutely shit. He said, I'll do it. He said, I'll pick one result in week for you. And I think I only ended up getting a point. And I said, you're not bloody good. I said, I'm far behind these pair. These pair are bloody laughing at my expense here.
You turned down a point, Jack. That's a good point for you. You're okay. The last couple of weeks you've been, pretty good, but overall terribly this season. Genuinely, you don't put in a 90-minute performance. That's the problem.
I'm a bit like Leicester. Don't put in our performances.
You know what happens when you hear the whistle, Steve?
Oh, we all know what happens when we hear the whistle.
You know when the whistle's coming in. Remember, boys. Right, Charlton QPR. What are we going for, Steve?
1-0 Charlton.
Oh, tell you what. they're good at home, aren't they, Charlton? And I think after that Leicester win, they're going to be bouncing. But QPR, after that Coventry win, they're going to be up for it. I reckon this one will be tight between the two. But I've got QPR winning 2-1 at the Valley.
Ooh.
Rich?
I'm going to go 2-1 Charlton.
You're going 2-1 Charlton. Ian's got 2-1 Charlton. Brotherly love. 2-0 Charlton. 1-1. Interesting. 2-0 QPR. Bloody hell. Someone's clearly upset after Charlton beating Leicester. Right. Derby taking on Ipswich at Pride Park. Derby's home form is not quite the away form, but the Tractor Boys go into Pride Park, and will they come away with 3 points? Rich, how does this one go?
Well, this is a funny one, because you're just saying there about Derby's home form's not the best, and our away form, Jack, is not the best. It's a game we've got to win. We've got to go there and win, because we've got that game in hand. We're playing early, aren't we? So we've got a chance here to put a little bit of pressure on them. No, Smodics cannot play. Good job. Don't let him play against us. Yeah, look, I don't think it's going to be a great game. They've obviously off the back of a 5-0. We've had a week's rest, which was not ideal. I'd have rather played that Pompey game and got it out of the way and got a win. But I'll go for 2-1 Town win. We just about squeak it, I think.
I'm going for a 1-1 draw. Steve?
I've gone 2-1 Ipswich.
2-1 Ipswich.
Derby, a lovely place to go.
A draw wouldn't surprise me, Jack, if I'm honest, but we really need to win.
Right. Let's get on to your noisy neighbours then. Norwich taking on Blackburn. What do we call this? Another relegation battle game. How does this one go at Carrow Road, Steve? As Blackburn are managerless, but Norwich, they look very good at the minute.
Well, Blackburn picked up a win the other night. Okay, it was at Sheffield Wednesday, but still, it's a win. It's their first win in a while. But I think Norwich are starting to slowly sort of push away now. They picked up 3 wins in the last 5. I've gone for a 2-1 Norwich win.
I've got Norwich winning 2-0 against Blackburn. Rich?
I see Robbie Savage has come out today and distanced himself from the Blackburn job, hasn't he? Because I think he was a bookie's favourite, isn't he, Jack, for Blackburn?
Yeah, they put him on, didn't they? And he said, well, you just take it with a pinch of salt. He said there'll be a new manager linked tomorrow. So it's not surprised. It's the same with Leicester. With Russell Martin will get linked, and then another manager will get linked again. You think, bloody hell, where's that come from? But
I don't think Blackburn are getting anything from Norwich. It's going to be a 2-0 Norwich win. I'm going with Jack, 2-0.
2-0. Ian's gone 2-0 as well. Grim's gone 3-2. That's a nice scoring game, isn't it? Can Blackburn score two goals? Dalby, how are we? 2-0. Right, the next one is at St Mary's. Southampton taking on Watford. Managerless Watford take on the Saints. How does this one go, Rich, at St Mary's, mate?
So, a few players have moved on, haven't they, from Southampton? Adam Armstrong's gone, Jack?
He's not a Premier League player, though. Let's be honest.
Well, I suppose that they're obviously planning for next season, I'd have thought, aren't they? Moving. Yeah. So you sold Strand Larson for 48 million, and then you replace him with Adam Armstrong. So you'd probably be a bit underwhelmed if you're a Wolves fan. But I think he'll do well for them. I think in the Championship, he'll always score goals, but Premier League is probably a step too far for him. Southampton at home. Yeah, look, it's a decent draw in the week for Watford there. Did you see the goal net? The goal net.
Yeah, it had an hole in, and then... And then,
that was going to be another game that they got cancelled, because obviously that was on the same day that we were supposed to be playing Portsmouth. That had always already been cancelled. Southampton to win 2-1.
Yeah, I've got Saints winning 2-1 at home. Steve?
I've got Watford winning 2-1.
Oh, interesting. Right, West Midlands versus East Midlands. Birmingham City versus Leicester City. I tell you, I'm going to ask you first, Steve. How does this one go at St Andrews, mate? This could be one way we're watching it through our fingers.
2-0. 2-0. Yeah. By the sounds of it, Jordan Ayew is going to start up front. If you listen to what Kingy said today, he said Richards is somebody you can bring off the bench and affect the game. Skip's back. But yeah, there's just no confidence. And as much as I like the signing of Lascelles, if he's not match fit, he won't start. So yeah, 2-0 Birmingham.
I'm going for an optimistic 1-1 draw. Rich?
Oh, it's going to be hard for you there, isn't it?
They've only lost one at home in the league.
Yeah, look, you just want to perform. Would you take a performance over a result? I know you want a result, but would you be happy if you actually see some effort from your players?
Depends. Are we losing 6-0 at the time? If we're losing 6-0 and they put some effort in, I'm not that bothered. Mate.
I was thinking it was going to be a close game, Steve. I didn't think it'd be 6-0 down and then someone's going to make a tackle. No, I think it's a tough game. I think the Blues will just edge it. It'll be 2-1 Birmingham.
Lovely stuff. Right, off to the CBS. Coventry take on Oxford. I'll kick this one off. I'm going to go Coventry 1, Oxford 1. Draw.
Oh my Lord.
And they lose the top spot. Interesting.
Yeah. Go on then, Steve. What you got, mate?
I've gone for a 3-0 Coventry win.
Lovely. Rich?
Yeah, I think Oxford they're going to go down. Obviously, they had a couple of defeats in the week. 2-0 Cov. It has to be a home win for Coventry, Jack. You know, they're in poor form, but they've obviously won the last two at the CBS. I know they were tight games against yourself and Millwall, but I think they'll make it 3 on the bounce at home, and I think then they'll be looking ahead to the big game next week against Borough. I think it's on the Monday, that game, isn't it? I think Monday night. That's
a tough game, isn't it?
That's a massive game.
Right. Hull City versus Bristol City. Battle of the Cities. Will Hull City mull Bristol City? Bristol City coming off a 5-0 bloody thrashing in Derby County, Steve. How does this one go at the MKM?
So I've put 2-2, but I'm going to change that to a 2-1 Hull win.
Okay. I've got 3-0 Hull. Rich?
Yeah, I can't see anything other than a home win here. 2-0. 2-0 Hull.
2-0. 3-1 Hull. 3-2 Hull. 2-2. 2-1 Bristol City. Oh, hello, Neil. 2-2 Colin. Right, the next one is Preston taking on Portsmouth. I mean, Preston, they've not been great. What have you got, Steve? 2-0?
Easy, yeah.
Yeah, I've got 2-1. 2-1 to Preston. What have you got, Rich?
I'll go for a 1-1 draw. Something a bit different. Something a bit different. We go 1-0.
That was a massive result from them for West Brom. Pompey. It's much needed, though, to be honest. Talking about West Brom, here they are. How did they get on against Stoke, Rich?
Oh, my Lord. Wow, if you're a Baggies fan going into this, you're thinking, you need a win. You need a win. Eric Ramsey's obviously, he got a point at Derby, didn't he, which was rather fortunate. And then you're at home, Stoke are struggling, Jack. It's going to be 1-0 either way. So I'm going to go for a 1-0 home win.
I've gone 1-1. I've gone for a draw. Steve?
1-1.
1-1. Lovely. Right. Wrexham taking on Millwall then. Millwall enter Wrexham at home. Wrexham very good at home, by the way. They don't lose many. And I've got them winning 2-1 against Millwall at home, boys. What have you got, Rich?
Yeah, look, they obviously signed, was it Keeler Dunn from Barnsley, Wrexham in the week? Mm-hmm. Look, they're very strong at home, Jack.
From Sheffield Wednesday.
Yeah, it's a very, very tough place to go down there, and they're pushing for them playoff spots now. So I'll go for a 2-1 home win.
Lovely. Steve? 3-0.
I've gone for a 2-0 as well. 2-0.
What a game that is. 3-3. Jesus.
Right, on to the next one. Swansea taking on Sheffield Wednesday. This only goes one way for me. 2-0 Swansea.
2-0 Swansea.
3-0 Swansea.
3-0. Lovely. I mean, that last time these two played it were 2-0 to Swansea at Hillsborough. The Monday night football. Sheffield United taking on Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough have chased Coventry down. They're level. Sheffield United quite well at home, aren't they? They're very well equipped, and yes, it's a tricky place to go for the Borough. What do you reckon with this one, Rich? Sheffield United, the Blades, will they put a blade through Middlesbrough's title hopes, or can Borough come out on top and keep the line with Coventry?
I think did I see that they've scored 3 goals, Jack, in their last 4 home games?
Yeah.
So, look, they've got some good players. They've obviously signed Rothwell on loan, and Calvin Phillips has gone there now, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I was reading about him in the paper the other day. I mean, how someone's career has just fallen, Jack, from, what was he, player of the tournament 2021 in the Euros for England?
Yeah, England player of the season.
Yeah. And then he's obviously, look, I understand why he went to Man City. I understand why he went there. He wants to work with Pep. They said they knew his minutes were going to be limited when you've got Rodri in front of you. So immediately you're up against it a little bit. Then he had the loan at West Ham, didn't work. Then he was at us last season, didn't really work. And then you're in that middle ground. You know, I see he was, Wilder said that they inquired at the start of the window, and they said to be kept in the loop. And then I think it was Monday. Obviously, he's mates with Bamford, Jack. I think he sort of helped broker the deal, because you just need to play football. You cannot just sit taking the money. You know, his bank balance is obviously wonderful, but as far as his football career is, it's going down the plug hole, isn't it? Mm-hmm. You know, yeah. and he's not going to be match fit because he hasn't played any football at all. So I like Calvin Phillips. I think he's a really good character, and I think it's probably quite a good move if you can get him fit to start with. And I think Sheffield United, they're still there, Jack. They're still probably one of them teams who are in the bottom half who could put a run together and could make the playoffs, but they need to win this game, and I think they will. I think it's a really, really tough place for Borough to go. I know Borough are playing quite well at the minute, but I think the Blades at home, under the lights, 2-1 Sheffield United.
I'm going 2-1 the other way. I'm going 2-1 to Borough.
I'm also going 2-1 Borough.
Lovely stuff. Right. King Power. Right. So now we've done week 31. So we're now going to do the 4 games of midweek. We have got another show on Thursday where we'll discuss all the weekend's games of the Championship, which are the rest. So there we'll do week 32 part 2 on Thursday to do all the other games. But we're going to start at the King Power Stadium for Tuesday night. Leicester, Southampton. Steve, what have you got? I mean, can the Foxes pick up points? 1-0, 2-1 to Southampton.
Oh. Yes, let's be positive. It's not going to be 3-1.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll go for another 1-1 draw.
Oh, bloody hell, Jack.
Rich?
That's 2 points you've got, haven't you? You're edging up that league. I'm going for a home win. You can't keep losing. You cannot keep losing.
Fuck.
I know.
What just happened? What the fuck? I blacked out. What happened?
You can't keep. Look, you knew signings. They're coming in.
Yeah.
They're coming in. So look, obviously you've got a little bit of positivity there because you've signed 4 players. I think Lascelles is a good player at this level, but he's another player, Jack. I mean, when did he last play for Newcastle? Has he played any football this season?
No, he played 2 games. 2 games.
Early season, League Cup probably.
Yeah.
So, but he knows what it takes at this level. So I think he's a decent signing. I'm going to go 2-1. I'm backing you to get a win.
Yeah, I sat on the fence with it, to be honest. I don't know how Leicester's going to turn up, to be fair. So, Oxford, Norwich. I've got 2-0 Norwich.
2-1 Norwich. 2-1 Norwich.
Steve?
2-0 Norwich. 2-0 Norwich.
2-0 Norwich, yeah. Birmingham taking on West Brom. Steve?
3-1 Birmingham. Pile the pressure on West Brom.
Oof. I've got 2-0 Birmingham.
I've always said, but lovely place to go, Birmingham. Lovely place to go.
Especially on a midweek.
Beautiful place.
So welcoming.
Yeah. A lot of people compare it to Milan, to be honest. Lovely architecture, lovely people. You can understand everything they say. Beautiful place to go.
Rich?
I just can't believe. Who is this guy up here? Is he Steve got a brother? Is this his brother?
I have two brothers.
Slags him off 1 minute and then he's next.
Does one of your brothers support Forest?
He does, yeah.
Oh, God.
Enjoying himself. I've already had 2 voice notes in the family group chat, so that's nice.
Oh, I bet you are.
Laughing.
Yeah, but to be fair, my response was, you're getting divorced, so who's the real winner?
Wow. He's gone there. Oh.
Stuck his heels in there with that.
He's gone low. He's gone low there. He's gone low there.
He did say to me, well, you're already divorced as well. I was like, yeah, fair point. But I'm remarried, so it's fine.
We did say you can't change your football team, but you can change your woman. So there you go.
Exactly.
What you got, Rich, for Birmingham, West Brom?
2-0 Birmingham.
2-0 Birmingham. Right, the last and very not least of the 4 games we're going to cover regarding week 32 of midweek is Charlton Stoke at the Valley. Charlton at home again. Stoke away again. What you got, Steve?
2-1 to Stoke. Lovely place to go.
2-1 Stoke. I've got 1-0. I've got 1-0 Stoke.
I'm really looking forward to going to Stoke next Saturday. Honestly, can't wait.
Yeah. You can have an oat cake then, Steve. They're nice. Lovely. Rich?
2-1 Charlton.
2-1 Charlton. Oh, Baggies need to win. Best for us if Cov win. 2-2, 3-1 Stoke. And there we go for the championship predictions then. 111 likes we've set for this stream. So if you can all hit that like button, that'll be appreciated. Subscribe if you can as well. Rich, talk to us about your podcast that you put on Spotify. Obviously, you were driving earlier on doing the podcast, and you had McAteer in the car taking him out of Ipswich. It's not good, is it, when you're doing a podcast about a specific player? Why are you taking them out because you don't want them anymore? So
no, I didn't say that. I didn't say. Don't put words in my mouth, Jack. Because I didn't actually say to get rid of Casey McAteer. It's the podcast. So I'm still doing the lives on YouTube, and I thought we'll drop onto Spotify and we'll do something a little bit different. And we'll just maybe, I'm not going to do every day, but I'll do like specific subjects. And today is the curious case of Casey McAteer, because Kieran's come out and he's actually said that he's progressing well.
Yeah.
When I read it, I was thinking, blimey, was this a different player we're talking about here? He's played 1 game in the last 12. I know managers are like that. He's hardly going to come out and say he's been a terrible signing. He scored no goals. He's shit. We're going to get rid of him. It's weird, chat, because we needed a number 9. Yet on transfer deadline day, right near the end, we bid 15 million for Femi Aziz from Millwall. He's another right winger. We're obsessed by right wingers at Portman Road. We just want to stockpile them. So yeah, I've done a pod on Casey McAteer. So we're on Spotify now if anyone wants to go and listen to it. But we're still doing the live. So I think tomorrow evening or afternoon I'll drop the match preview for Derby. So if anyone wants to get involved, do you do Spotify, Jack?
No, I've not set one up yet. Maybe consider it. I don't know. We'll see.
You do TikTok there, don't you?
Yeah, TikTok's good. TikTok, you can chat with everybody and anybody, get a few trolls on there like you do everywhere, like social media, but it's all good fun. And there we go.
Actually, he lied to me the other day, Steve. Because he told us that he only has a Monster on a Thursday night.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
And I see him moonlighting.
Every night.
I see him moonlighting, drinking Monster.
Yeah.
So
all the time,
if you're
Jack.
watching this, ladies and gentlemen, don't think that man up the top there just drinks Monster on a Thursday night, because he doesn't. Because we caught him red-handed.
It was night time, all right. I need you to keep awake during the streams and that. There we go. Right, Notts County away next season then. Mate, if Nottingham Forest come down this season, mate, you'll be playing Derby next season. So let's not get our knickers in a twist here, mate. If we get relegated and you not get relegated, well,
you got to be careful as a football fan, and you got to be careful as a football fan putting stuff out like that, because
I know
it could all go tits up for Forest.
I'll tell you what, I bloody hope they go down, to be honest. If Coventry stay down and Forest go down, I'm happy. So
I've always been Nottingham's a lovely place to go. Lovely place.
I've always preferred Notts County over Nottingham Forest, a bigger team in Nottingham and all that. Everyone go check out the preview for Birmingham. We sat down yesterday with Ben Sheppy, who was a Birmingham fan. We've also discussed the points deduction scenario. There he is, the man himself. 1-1. There we go. Jimmy Robertson was a fantastic winger, Rich.
Yeah, played in the team.
I love Nottingham Forest. You love Nottingham Forest, Dow. Are you sure this channel's for you then, mate, if you love Nottingham Forest? Are you sure it's not for you don't want to go in old hands with door or what?
Right, I'm going to go, guys, because I'm jumping on a Zoom call in a minute. So. Have a good one.
That's it for us. Take care. We're back Thursday, aren't we, Rich, for the other
Hit the like button. Hit the like button. 111 likes, everybody. 111. Lovely. Come on, we can do it.
That's it. All the best, Rich, for the weekend, mate. Go and catch Cobb for us.
We'll try. We've got to catch Middlesbrough as well. We've got to catch Borough as well.
There we go.
And Hull. Let's not rule Hull out.
Yeah, let's not rule Hull out. Cheers, Rich.
See you next week.
Cheers, everyone. Take care. 111 likes, everyone. Let's hit it. Come on.